Hi everybody, Dave from More Style Tarot. Today I'd like to talk about the queens in the tarot cards. If you haven't seen my video on the kings, I did a video on that. It was a little bit longer than I wanted it to be, but it talked about each individual one and how you might be able to relate to it better. Going to do the same thing here with the queens, try to keep it short. So with the queens, one of the things you want to remember about them is that yes, there's 4 of them, and yes, they all have that stately manner. So what does it really mean to be a queen? So there's 2 ways of interpreting this. One is the person can be educated. They can know about the formalities in life. They can be diplomatic. They have all these stately characteristics to them so that they could actually run the household. They could run the kingdom. They could run the business. They can stand on their own. There's nothing about the queens that says there is a king. These queens stand independent on their own. If you were to draw a couple, you'd get the king and the queen, but just the queen by itself shows that it's independent. This particular archetype, this energy is independent of anything else. The other way would be as if it were a messenger or somebody coming into your life, as if it's somebody that you come across. So quite often the court cards can be other people or other things that you are wanting to interact with. And so it's going to have all those characteristics. So look up what a queen means. Look up what it means to have the characteristics to run a business or to run the household. It's that mature aspect. It's the ability to make a decision. It is the ability to have that self-confidence to be able to get things done. Okay. Yet, what's different in all the queens is their suit. That's the fundamental thing. There's a little bit of symbology that's on the cards too, but the suit is the key aspect to go along with it. So the first one we look at is the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is that it's going to have that fire. It's going to have that passion. It's going to have that drive. It's going to get up and go. She's going to be involved in things. She is, in my definitions, if you look at my website, you'll find that she's the super mom. She's the one that is always there to work for everybody. She's working through the situation. She has the energy to do things. She is passionately involved in helping other people grow. She's passionately involved in everything that she's doing. It is that fiery energy. So you want to think about the best way to relate to these items is to think about somebody who behaves that way. Think about somebody that's full of passion and they're always willing to help everybody out. Think of it as somebody in your life or somebody that you have respect for, and start to see how they relate here. Another thing about this particular card is that to me it has Gemini energy. There's duality on this card. And so there's a wittiness, there's a talkativeness, investigativeness that goes with this too. And so thus you'll find the thrones in my cards have zodiac associations with them. The next one, Virgo, or it would be the Queen of Coins. So the Queen of Coins. The Queen of Coins is an earthly energy. It's stable. She's going to manifest things in her life. She's going to have the bigger kingdom. She's going to be the one that's going to know about the good wines. She's going to know about the good foods. They're going to know the restaurant to go to. They're going to know this particular queen. She is confident in what she chooses. She loves life. And she's rather than a Taurean energy, it would be a Virgo type energy. That Virgo energy is that ability to serve. So she's not looking for the limelight, but she's always behind the scenes helping elevate somebody else. She's helping somebody else grow, helping somebody else work into their own strength. Okay? And so again, think of somebody you know that does that. And you'll start to identify with the card. I also see this as Virgo, like I mentioned at the beginning of that card. It's a very Virgo energy. And so it's serving others. It's making sure that other people are taken care of. And so she would be the one that somebody would conquer the kingdom for her. She would take over, run it, and make sure everything works smoothly. The next card, the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is in the mental space. Okay, the swords is going to be the intellect. So we think about the intellect with regards to this card. When you think about the intellect, well, you want to think about the person that's sharp in their mind. They are a strategizer. They can think forward. So it's like the King of Swords. The Queen of Swords has those characteristics. She's not going to be as concerned about the emotion. She's going to be tough with regards to emotion. She's going to say, look, it hurts, and get over it. And she's going to understand that things can hurt in life, but she's going to know that there's a better purpose for it once you get through that. So the Queen of Swords. Think about the woman that she can make hard decisions. She knows, well, let's see. Let's look at the sign associated with this. So when I look at this, I think of it as Aquarius. So the Aquarian energy is here, which is that the person that strategizes for the future. They are the ones that are going to think out at how can everybody benefit from what we're doing today. She'll be the one that's going to organize the events to be able to get towards some goal. And it's going to be a goal that's going to help everybody. She's going to know that she can focus her energy specifically on things that can help everybody benefit from this. So go to the next one, Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups. Here, we're dealing in the emotional realm. We're dealing with the heart space. We're dealing with the hugs. We're dealing with somebody that generally understands the emotional aspect of life. It's somebody that's going to understand that there are things that you don't really talk about, but you just feel. She's there to embody this type of woman, this type of advisor, this particular type of expert. She would be an expert on your emotions. She would be an expert on other people's emotions, how you can deal with emotions, how you can work through that. She's going to be the sensitive one. She's going to be the comforting one. She's going to be the nurturing one. The energies that go along with this particular card would be it's water energies. It would be more, to me, more Pisces. And with Pisces, you're going to find that it is the sign that's willing to go with the flow. It doesn't want to really rock the boat. She's going to understand that people have feelings and you need to be sensitive with regards to feelings. She's going to know that through our feelings is where our real power comes from. It's where we can shine with regards to what we're doing. So with each one of these cards, if you look technically at the details, you look at the website, you look at the upright and the reverse position, you'll find that with every one of these cards, if you look at the good aspects of the Aquarian and the bad aspects of the Aquarian, when the card comes up in the contrary position, generally is going to lead you towards the attributes that are associated with the negative side of the sign, or would be the characteristics of not being able to follow through with the positive aspects of this archetype. So in the case of the Queen of Wands, who would be willing to help everybody all the time, the contrary position is like she's just fed up with this. She can't believe she has to do this. She feels like it's a burden for her to have to help everybody out, that she has to give her energy to others. And so that plays through with all of these cards. And so my key advice for you with this is to look at each one of these cards, see if you can recognize somebody in your life that would embody this or embodies it in some way or another. And then when you draw this card, you think of that person, and you think about that person when they're at their best behavior, upright, and you think about that person when they're at their worst behavior, reversed. And that's going to give you probably what the subconscious wants to tell you about the queen when you draw it in your spread, whatever that spread might be. But anyway, enough of queens. Take a look at the king video that I did. It's going to help you get through the court cards because there's some key symbology on them. The thrones help out a lot when you look at the archetype that's associated with it. Anyway, I hope this helps. If you like this video, I would love your support. The easiest way to do that is to click on the like button or subscribe to this channel. Another option would be to share this video with a friend. Let people know that I have this channel. Another way that you can stay in touch is to register on Amore Style Tarot. When you do, you get all the definitions and symbols of the cards for free. And if you like that, I even have the astrology reel. On the astrology reel, I'll run your planets for you, put them on the website so that you get content that is catered for you with regards to astrology. I also have some very low-cost ways of being able to support me in my work. One of them is to buy my book. I have A Loving Saint, Sai Baba, on Amazon. I am the illustrator of this particular book. And as you can see, it's fully illustrated and it's a short children's book. Or buy an astrology report from me. Send me an email. I sell in one package for a cheap price of $30, a Cosmo report of major life themes, the Edgar Cayce past life, and an Indra report. If you'd like to see how I interpret cards, I also sell tarot readings through my Amor Style Tarot website. If you like the tarot cards themselves or the images on the card, I'm raising funds to take this deck to print. If you happen to live in the area, feel free to come to my Sunday yoga class at Zen Rock Fitness in Redmond. Or if you're in town and you just want to talk tarot, buy me a latte at Soul Food Coffee House. And finally, thank you for your support.